Welcome back to Alma Friday, baby. Now, the plan is... Aha, it's working. Now, I have bought myself little John Deere 6405. We've bought ourselves I call it a batwing mower, and we've leased ourselves a baler. The only issue that I've got is that you can see we're destroying the crop with the rear tyres, which is not ideal. So the way to fix that is to go into that. Go. Just so we can make the most of what we've got. Now I need to get over onto my margin. There we are. So yes, the plan. Alfalfa hay. Now I have not used, made, touched alfalfa in the game. We've got it to hand. Seems a shame to waste it. So, well, why not? Be a nice, easy episode. Doing a bit of mowing. And get it tedded. Assuming you have to ted it, because it's going to be hay. And then potentially get it baled as well, I think. Yeah. And we can always... We've got the mower now. We can always tidy up the yard or the verges, should we need to. I've only leased the baler. As I didn't think... I don't think we're going to do much to justify keeping it, really. So, yeah, that's my logic. But, yeah, I thought, what can I do? What kit can I use? Yeah, and here we are. I hope you like the choice. Thought, I haven't used a dinky old tractor for a while. And... and I've said it's about using the big kit. Well, it is, but jobs like this, you don't need 700 and something horsepower. I've not forgotten about the big bud. That will probably be the next episode before we embark on getting that. We need to get some cash. Did say we were looking at... I'd look at sell a John Deere tractor. So that's probably the plan, to fund it. But it's a reasonable sized field, I must say. But I quite like the look of this little old John Deere. There we go, and lower down. Missed a little bit, we'll catch that in a minute. So I hope you're all well. It is actually Friday afternoon, and the working week is done with, thankfully. So this will come out on the 21st of June. Now, I record, as you maybe worked out, a week ahead, or I try to at least. 9 times out of 10 I do. So I've said it in, can't remember which series. My eldest is with me. Well, not with me. She's going to my workplace for work experience next week. So it means in the office all week. So recording time will be dramatically reduced. So week commencing the 24th there might not be a lot of content, so bear with. Now, after that, we might get a week's worth in. It might be a bit late, if that makes sense. There should be content for whilst I'm at FarmCon, I think. But yeah, I need to play it by ear, really. I will get as much out there as is humanly possible with Farm Sim being the priority, because that's what the majority of you are here for. Still, I hope. There we go. I'm quite like, woo, I'm quite liking this. Let's have a look. In cab. Ooh. Fancy. Quite a close field of view, but still nice. Now, I think the tractor's 105 horsepower with the... Now, I'm just going to try something in a second. Aha, that's the button we want. Remember, I've got my side panel, haven't I? That I'm reaching across for the V button. Alright, here we go. What are you... Lower. Thank you. What was I saying? Tractor. Oh, tractor's 105. I think the mower takes like 95. Baler's about 115, so that could be interesting. I've no idea what rake and tedder and windrower we're going to use, but yeah, not too fussed if it's something a little bit newer, as it's just the mowing kit that I was quite interested in mixing up. I think as well this mower can be configured to be a mulcher as well, so that might come in handy. Although, well, it might do, to be fair. It runs at what? What's this going at? 14 mile an hour? So it might get the fields done reasonably quickly. That's something to remember. But yeah, right. I am waffling on a little bit, so I'll crack on with this, get the majority of it done, and I'll see you in a little minute. So not far off finishing now, and it is actually a pretty big space, to be fair. Now, the yield, again, not the greatest ever. But we might work this one as well, and I don't know how to keep it. Mixes it up a bit, doesn't it, rather than just doing field work all the time. And yeah, I think that might be a good shout. If we turn off lift and fold. So that's the Alfalfa, easy for you to say. But now we need to head our way. Now you'll notice, hopefully, this is a tip that I think a few people have said or done in the past. I think, can't remember if Disturbed's done it or not, but I know he faced the problem when you do grass and alfalfa next to one another, and then you sort of merge it all in on the first pass. The baler and all the pick wagon get a little bit confuzzled and whatnot. And I definitely know that Mr. CP has done it, and probably on that very field. Not just close to the farm. But yes, anyway, right. So yeah, draw a field round. Now we want a header. Something that looks relatively doable. I think the Samat's one. Boundary spreading system. Yeah. Oh, and as if by magic. And it's kind of green, so. Tell you what we could do now. That is. Because this was on proper treaded tyres at the front before. But what we can do is... Oh, it's reset all me. Oh, no, it hasn't. That's fine. Front loader attacher, no. Where was this? That was it. Put a bit of weight on. Haven't we all? Right, get that saved. We will back that up there. No, I don't. I'm not. Oh, am I? Hold. Header. Good size. What's the work mode button? Shift and I. Really know these, shouldn't I? Don't think we need to worry for now. Let's get that there. Lower it down. Oh, that's a... You won't miss that, will you? Right. We'll mix things up this time. I'll do the headlands. And then I'll come back and we'll have a chat when we're doing the up and down rows. Well, we're cracking on with the tedding, and I'll be honest with you, it's over a week since I last picked up this save and continued this job. Now, I can't remember, I think it was a Sax Thought video, I mentioned it, but yeah, several reasons really. One, I've had what can only be described as a really annoying cough, which has made me feel like rubbish, but makes recording rather difficult. It's not so bad now. In fact, I think it was a couple of Sundays ago I felt absolutely horrendous, and then woke up on the Monday and it had gone. But just still felt a bit under the weather, but feeling much better now. Feeling around, you know, a good 90% now. So yeah, getting back to fighting fit. And I think, as much as I'm going to moan about it later on as it gets hotter, the warmer weather has helped dry things up. Also, it was work experience week last week, which meant 5 days in the office, but so, you know, recording time was zero effectively, but it was brilliant. I enjoyed having the eldest with me. Oh, she wasn't with me for all of it, to be fair. She went off and did different things within the business, but yeah, I think she enjoyed it. I think it was a bit of a shock. Getting up earlier than she would normally, but she was fantastic. She did really well. And yeah, it was a proud dad moment, because she just got on with whatever she was given to do. People were impressed with her. She got some good ideas. So yeah, all very good. Like I say, I probably enjoyed having her there more than she did getting up early, but no, it was great. So yeah, we're back to some level of normality now with recordings, hopefully. I am just conscious that there's been a real lack of it, and you know, the only thing I'd got to put out the weekend was a Timberhorn video. So yeah, apologies to the Farm Sim followers, subscribers. While we talk about followers and subscribers, we are just over 1,200 now, which is lovely. Next target is 1,300. So if you're watching and you're not subscribed, please feel free to. It would be greatly appreciated. And thank you to patrons and the YouTube channel members. You lot are brilliant. So we are nearly done with the tedding. Now, we haven't got GPS on this old tractor, but we don't really need it. Excuse me, doing a bit of an Ollie Blogs. He was, which tractor it was he was tedding with? I think it was the John Deere he's got, and that hadn't got GPS, so he was sort of not worried, because I'm sure a man of his skill could have done it anyway, but he was going down the field and he showed that you could see the difference in the tedded grass where he'd been, so he got a line to follow effectively. And that's, you know, kind of what we're doing. It helps that we're going 180 degrees ish to 0 every time, so we do have a little bit of a compass to follow, but it's not overly necessary with what we're doing. I have got one of the John Deere's, yeah, the 8R on the rollers. I think I'd done a couple of headlands, and then I'd set it off on a worker, and it didn't like it, so restarted it on course play. So that is going over old ground a little bit, but it'll get it done, and we can then leave that to grow. So that's the tedding done. Now, need to sort a windrower, which I hadn't overlooked, honest. So we'll have a little think about what to get. I'm loving using this old kit, or older kit, or a mix of old and new, should we say. Right, let's lower that down and disconnect it. Pop out of there. And just set the delivery point. So, we want wind rowers. How much horsepower have we got? I forget. 105. Okay. No. No. Ooh, no. What have we got? See, they're quite power hungry, aren't they, the old mergers? I think the old Samach will do us fine. We're going to lease that. Lovely. Now, I was actually looking, when I booted the save back up at the price of Alfalfa hay, which is pretty darn good, to be fair. £208. That is great when we come to flog it. Not sure on collection method just yet, but we need to get the windrowing done first. So, like last time, or like with the tedding, I will get on with it, do a bit, and I'll catch up with you very shortly. So with 2 headlands done and just starting the up and down rows, I'm thinking it's going to make a neater job and be quicker if I drop the windrower off, grab the baler and bale the headlands first, get them done, and then do the windrowing. I think just should keep it neater, I reckon. So what we'll do is we'll finish this pass, try and grab that bit there. There we go. We'll turn off, lift up and back it up. We'll leave that there for now. I'm pretty sure we can run the baler. I think. If not, we'll grab a beast from somewhere. But there we go. Let's just check, shall we? We leased the baler, didn't we? 115 versus 105. Could be interesting going uphill. But for now, let's unfold. That's amazing. Turn her on. Get over here. If it's painfully slow, which it looks like it might be, we may have to rethink things. Come on. Well, we're alright once we get going. Like I say, going uphill, maybe slightly more of an issue. Shadows are starting to get a little bit longer now, but it's not so bad. Once we're out of the trees, I didn't check what. I'll be doing 220s. That's fine. That'll be all right. That'll be all right. Decent size pickup for the row, which is nice. And the baler is actually filling up relatively quickly, so that's good. Ooh. This little tractor is doing an awesome job. It really is. Proper little workhorse. Doubt it'll pull the big plough, but never mind. See, baler's getting full. Slightly uphill. We will see, I think. Not too shabby. It's not too shabby. There we go. Like it. Right. I'll push on. Do a little bit more. I'm just conscious of video length. And yes, I'll catch back with you in a little minute. We're probably halfway around the second headland, and the only real struggle has been up this section here where it starts to get a little bit more uphill. Corners as well are proving slow, but it's doing it. I think once we get going, it's quite steep, I suppose. I think what we'll do is we'll get to the end. In fact, what we'll do, turn off, lift up. It'd be quicker to just drive well, one, unload the baler. 2, drive to the top of the hill and work our way back down. I'm hoping once we start going across the field, we should be alright. That's the plan anyway. Come on. So, in terms of when this video will release, I am not sure yet. It depends on how much time I get to either, record another episode, effectively. What I'm thinking of doing is, we won't finish this field in this episode. There is no chance. My rambling has seen to that one, but the plan will be to set the windrower off on this tractor on a worker, get the rest of the field rowed up. We will follow behind in probably the John Deere that's sat on the grain cart over there with the baler, get it all baled, and then that's that done. We'll probably lease, we will lease some form of bale picker-upper collector thing, probably the Arkisin stacker. I think that'll do the job relatively well for what we want. Then, next episode, if I just get into position and then show you the map, once it's saved, obviously. Let's get rid of weeds for a second. So, the field that we did the other week, which was canola? No, wheat. Both wheat. Was it wheat? Yeah, it was wheat. Well, that needs ploughing, as does this alfalfa field. So, what I'm thinking is I need to look and just see what the border's like. I don't think there's a river stream way through there, because you can kind of see where they're marked with the darker colour there. So we might join these two together, potentially, I think. Work's done now rolling, so that's good. Can't plough this one yet because it's still got corn in it. We don't want to plough the corn in. Right, so I think that's... Oh, yeah, there we go. We can see the border. Can you see the border? Yeah, this is the border. So, yeah. Job's a good one, I think. Yeah, that sounds like a reasonable plan, actually. So, we are nearly done. What we'll do is we'll just get to the end of this row. We'll have a look how many bales we made. Come on. Slow but steady. There we go. Oh, poor tractor. Let that have a break. So, bales. Statistics, where are you? Yeah. Bales produced 12. Not bad off 2 headlands. So, as I said, the plan. Worker, windrowing, me, baling, collect, plough. I think. And in that order. Right. Thank you all very much for watching. Hope you've enjoyed the episode. If you have, leave a like. Like I said earlier, if you're not already, please subscribe. And I'll catch you in the next one. Take care.